Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today I am hearing the Black Keys. This song is called Little Black Submarines. Here we go.
Submarines, operator, please put me back on the line. I told my girl I'd be back, operator, please. This is wrecking my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. I should have seen it glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind. That a broken heart is blind.
That was a really interesting introduction, and I'm not sure if it's because this is live or if that's how the song goes. There were moments where I feel like he switched the timing a little bit, like we weren't getting a steady beat, and I don't know if it's just because they were live and he wanted to take more time, or if there are some measures with extra beats. We're going back to the beginning. I like the smokiness in his voice. Obviously, it seems to fit this aesthetic very well. I feel like there's going to be a build because we heard just a few moments of added press, and there was this gorgeous presence in his voice, and so that gives me the impression that he's gonna be even more extreme with that later on.
Submarines, operator, please put me back on the line. I told my girl I'd be back, operator, please. This is wrecking my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. I should have seen it glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen a live performance with a singer monitoring their own volume. Just seeing the distance he's put between himself and the microphone in certain moments is really fun to see again. And I know that's just because of the particular videos I've been watching, but it's kind of a lost art for some singers, only because audio engineering has become just outrageously extravagant in live performance that a lot of times people don't need to, but yeah, this is cool to see. Let me back it up just to point out, because he starts this again with that. Normally I would refer to a sound as, airier or lighter, but he does. He's got just the slightest bit of grit that's giving this kind of smoky color to his voice at the onset. And then I think when he says like, oh, we got a glottal, and there was like pretty immediate press in the chords. I won't back it up all the way, but
of time. I should have seen it glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind.
he also alternates a pretty significant amount with his resonance. When he said but, like a lot of backspace, and then broken really forward. Let me play that one more time.
But everybody knows that a broken heart is blind. That a broken heart is blind. Pick you up, let you down when I wanna go to a place I can hide. Well, you know me, I had plans, but they just disappear to the back of my mind.
This is growing increasingly soulful. What? You already know. I have to look it up. What genre? An American rock duo. There are elements of blues, there are elements of sort of folk Americana, and yeah, this is just a really cool sound. It's kind of like, I don't know. We'll see what words come to mind.
Let you down when I wanna go to a place I can hide.
Keeping the dynamic for the most part like the same level as he alternates between this like higher sound and then when he kind of sinks back down into like a lower chest voice, it just creates this really cool effect, like because you expect there to be so much more shift in dynamics, but that's not happening. It's really cool.
Well, you know me, I had plans, but they just disappear.
I love that. It's just the slightest riff, and yet it's so impactful.
Well, you know me, I had plans, but they just disappear to the back of my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. I should have seen it glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind.
You can tell when someone just has a gorgeous voice because no matter what they do, it still sounds gorgeous. Let me back it up. There was like a moment where we got some almost like a snarl in his sound.
They get lost.
Oh, here.
Oh, can it be
Like starting out really nice and full, boomy, gorgeous.
the voices calling me? They get lost.
There. Yeah, he's incorporating a lot of spread, but it's still just a beautiful tone.
And out of time. I should have seen it glow, but everybody knows that a broken
And then here, getting a decent amount of separation so we get more airflow.
heart is blind. That
I gotta back this up. Love this transition. I was nervous that I was gonna be just listening to people clapping for the next 2 minutes. There was a moment, and you guys can tell me if I'm so off the mark, but it sounded like the drummer was basically saying, no, we're going faster. Let me... Like, he's pushing it.
Treasure maps, falling trees, operator. Call me back when it's time.
Despite the forwardness and the nasality, there's still so much fullness in his sound, and I think that's what's making this like particular, maybe the song, but definitely his voice just so special in this song.
Stolen friends and disease operator catch me back to my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. Should have seen it glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind. That a broken heart is blind. That a broken heart is blind.
Obviously, with the tempo change and the addition of the electric guitar, I definitely understood the rock classification. I'm curious if the latter part of the song is more reflective of their work, or the opening. I imagine it's the latter part. I just really enjoyed, there was so much in each section. I feel like there was a build, there was an arc, and that's why there was a part of me, I didn't want the song to end. And if I hadn't looked at, the timestamp on the video, I would have easily assumed that the first section was complete in its own right. But I like that it wasn't, and that they kind of almost like did a variation on it, which is cool to hear. Yeah. And a great voice. I mean, again, so soulful. That grit gives sort of like an edginess, the alteration between lots of press, airiness, different resonance. Like, there's just a lot going on. I'm gonna have to listen to it again. But yeah, great song. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me. And hopefully I will see you next time.